Hey, what's goody? I'm the hottest round. That's goody. Ooh, what's up, guys? It's Jest Podcast 12. We doing it big. You know what it is. We got this joint sparked already. We about to do it. What's up? How y'all doing? It's Monday the something, and we podcasting. Long week. What do I got? Well, I got me a thermocell, first off. I don't know if you've heard about those, but it's like an anti-mosquito device. It burns a little butane, and there's like a little pad you put in, and it creates a vapor that helps keep mosquitoes away. And it just started kicking in, and I think it's working, guys. I tried using it this weekend when I went hiking, but it was kind of windy, so it was blowing around, and it was kind of cool. So there wasn't a whole lot of mosquitoes to begin with, but when I podcast, I get swarmed. So this is the real test, and they were coming. I had like 3 coming at me at first, and I saw the vapor start coming out, and I started like using it as a weapon at the mosquitoes. Like, get back, back ye, foul beast. I have Jesus. And it kind of worked. And then I don't know. As soon as it started kicking in, I put it down. They seemed to be gone. There's a gentle breeze towards it's hitting my front side, I believe. It's pretty gentle. So it's gonna blow it away from me, because I'm on like a rock ledge. Okay, what do you care about this? Anyways, I'm explaining. So the vapor's gonna travel and keep the mosquitoes away, right? So if it's blowing in front of me, there's area in front of me, so that would help. But it's blowing behind me, and it's like over a little rock ledge, so you know what? It probably doesn't matter either way, whatever. Or I'm just doing it wrong. I don't know anything about this. I don't hunt or nothing. I'm just theorizing. Anyway, thermocell, pretty cool. Think it's working. We'll check in at the end of the podcast, see how it's doing. Fuck, I let the joint go out. What a bad start to the podcast. You know, I've always thought about restarting them when I go, but that's not what I want to do. I just like the rawness of it. If I'm feeling shitty, I'm feeling shitty. I'm not feeling shitty today. That's just, if I'm feeling good, I'm feeling good. And how it is how it is. I like that. Because the main goal of this isn't to jam-pack with jokes. It's to unwind after work and just ramble and chill. That's the whole point. And I don't know. I'm trying to do some comedy, so you guys might also get some insight on my beginner shit I got going. Some insights here. I don't know. It's some cool shit, I think. If not, I don't know why you would listen to this. Anyway. I had another set. I went back to the Dark Roads last week. I did the same open mic again. And I didn't want to do any of the same material, so I wrote all new jokes. It is good motivation to keep writing. I think I talked about this already. So I just want to write, for this place, I'm just going to try to write new jokes every single time I go. And I'll worry about ironing stuff out later. Right now I just need to write. I was having a hard time writing lately. I've been busy, so I've been kind of upset. So this week, I'm just going to try as hard as I can to write and actually follow through. Even if you don't want to write for something, you should definitely write, because writing's just a good skill. Oh, whoa, I just took my headphones out. It's a whole new world. A whole new world. You want thingamabobs? I got 20! Shoutouts to William Montgomery. That song was just an orgasm, wasn't it? I think so. Anyways, what the fuck? Oh, what are we here to talk about? We got shit to talk about today, guys. I've already wasted most of the podcast. That was a lie. We're only 5 minutes in. But last week we talked about kind of like depression, suicide thoughts, that they're taboo, and I talked about how they kind of tie into my start with comedy. It plays a hand. Because I was just changing my perspective and stuff, and it's really cool. Comedy showed me a lot of better ways to think about life and just be chill and stuff and handle things, treat it as a challenge than a trouble, you know? My neighbors be shouting. What are they shouting? Alright, yeah, and it's just cool, man. Like, suicidal thoughts, everyone has them, I think. Even, like, they're not gone. Like, lately I've been like, like, this is fucking hard. Kinda wish, like, I wouldn't end me, but, like, if a meteor hit or something, it wouldn't be the worst. But it kinda would. That's just, like, that sadness trying to poke at you and peek and pry into your soul and work its way into full-blown depression and make you want to kill yourself. But it's like jokes to me now. It's all not like my life is a joke, but like I don't know. If something goes wrong, I laugh at it. It's my initial reaction now, and it's been life changing for me. And I don't know. I'd hope someone might hear this and have a similar reaction, but that probably won't happen because they'd probably just hear like Joe Rogan or something, which is way more popular and you're way more likely. It's probably more well spoken than I am as well. So yeah, fuck me, am I right? And we doing it big. Yeah, I think this thermocel's working, guys. Pretty dope. And anyway, this week I want to try and talk about like sexuality because if you don't know, what you don't, I guess I don't like to identify as shit. Like when it comes to parties, I don't identify as shit, but I guess I fall into left category. And so with like sexuality, I identify as mostly straight, but I'd rather not. I don't like the idea of a spectrum either. That's kind of silly to me. Well, that does make sense. Gender spectrum? I don't know. I'm willing to hear the argument, but it doesn't really make sense to me right now. Whatever. Anyway. What the fuck? Yeah, mostly straight. I don't know. It reminds me of there's like a good old comedian bit I heard once. I forget what it was, but it was like everybody's a little gay. So you watch porn, you don't just watch lesbian porn. Like there's a dick in there. You want to watch a dick in a vagina. You don't want to just watch fake lesbians pretending to get it on. Like, you know, I forget who did that joke. I really wish I could shout them out because I think about that bit a lot. So that's like a big joke from a big name, like a legend clearly, and I can't remember. Oh well, I'm sorry. If I hear, I'll fucking put it in the notes. If I figure it out, I'll put it in the video notes or whatever they're called. I'm hungry. Yo, I rolled this joint over the weekend and I just realized I found it this morning and I was like, oh, nice. I went to work. It's like, nice. When I get back, I can just run outside and do the podcast. Legit. I think this thermocel's doing it. Now the wind is blowing kind of to my right. So I'm going to put it on the left so the vapor blows across me. That was a much better explanation than anything I tried to say before. I should have just shut the fuck up, right? Anyway, sexuality. What the fuck is that shit? I don't give a shit, honestly. Yo, my friend told me about like the Kinsley scale test. It's like a gay test, basically. I took it. I was like, yeah, I don't know. Like, that's why I don't like to identify. And I took it, and it was like, failed. You fail. I was like, what? I failed? It's like, yeah, you failed. It's like, your answers couldn't be like attributed to like one of these profiles. Sorry. I was like, oh. Well, I guess that makes sense. I guess I was right. Yeah, that's why I don't like to identify. It makes sense for me. Because, like, as far as it goes, I'm essentially straight. I've always looked at girls. I don't, like, look at a guy like, oh, they're hot or cute. I could be like, oh, he's handsome, but I've never, like, looked at a guy like, oh, yeah. But I'm, like, open to the idea. You know? I could see myself in a situation where I really get close with a guy and might fall in love. But I don't know. I've been close with a lot of my friends and I've never fallen in love. So maybe that's just me trying to be open and giving in to all this fucking pressure shit that's going on the internet right now. But whatever. Fuck it. I'm not against it. I'm definitely not totally straight, that's for sure. I hope this is causing you to laugh, because I haven't thought of any jokes yet. Anyway. Yeah, but I know I definitely want to marry a girl, because, like, I'm just like most guys, I'm, like, fucking obsessed with vagina. It's, like, the greatest thing. Like, when I don't have sex with a condom, I just blow immediately. Like, it's just the greatest feeling ever. and I'll just stay hard. Like, there's no problem. Like, the idea of a vagina is just Viagra to me. It's great. And, like, dicks, I don't know. They're interesting. I like my dick a lot. I think my dick is nice, right? Who doesn't? If you don't, there might be something wrong with you. Guys are so vain and cocky, full of bullshit. Yeah, I got the best dick. I give it so good. I fucks, man. I fuck. That might be a Dalia thing. I forget. Shoutouts to Dalia. Yeah, man, I fuck. Oh yeah, man, I fuck like a jackrabbit. I go so hard. Yeah, man. Yeah, fucking drinking protein shakes afterwards. Yeah, man. It's the life. Fucking 3-hour sex sessions, man. Yeah, fuck. Drink protein shakes and eat protein bars. Ugh. Oh man. If someone was like that, I would be convinced they're gay. Right? It's always the ones that are like always super trying to defend the gays or like are really against them, you know? Either really, really for it or really, really against it. Gay people don't give a shit, I feel like. They're like, whatever, you can't stop me, bitch. I'm gonna suck these dicks. I'm gonna scissor this bitch. You know? I'm gonna have a fat orgy. Gay orgy. It's a funny thing, though. I don't get it. Like, what's gender dysphoria? That's like a disorder, right? But you have to be afflicted with it enough to get to the point where it is a disorder, right? Because you could be convinced you're another gender and it has nothing to do, like, it doesn't interfere with your life. That's just you. And that's not a disorder. That makes sense to me. And then, oh, squirrel, the nut, he's staring at me. Oh, you filthy squirrel. Yo, it's a fat nut, dog. He's leaping tree to tree. I sketched him out. What the fuck was I saying? I honestly don't know. I'm gonna have to give up the thought. Sex? Something? Oh, yeah, disorder. But if you're so confused and upset about your gender and so I don't know and or whatever your issues might be, so that it's really interfering with your life, then that's a disorder. But I don't want to like be mean and call you oh you fucking you're sick or it's not like that, you know? But like there's an issue in your life and you have to address it, and that's really what it is. And that's why people shouldn't be so sensitive about these fucking issues. Like, don't label them. Labels. What is gender? Like, no, gender's important. You dumb fuck. It has to do with so much. Like, your body is physically related to your size. That is just true. There's sexual dimorphism in nature. That's a natural occurrence, and you can see it naturally. That's why it was created in science. Our science is just based on our observations. And how you choose to act on these observations is the real issue. So if you're gonna fucking judge people before you know anything about them, that's the issue. That's my preachy rant for today. What could I... Well, I'm fucking gay. Make fun of me. There you go. I'm a loser too. If you haven't seen my comedy set at the Dark Rose Saloon, go check it out. It's uploaded. Dark Rose Saloon. It's on the channel. Fucking loser over here. Oh yeah, my set last week. I forgot I was talking about that. Yeah, sexuality, blah, 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 blah. Did I talk about everything? I guess so. Oh, so this ties into my comedy, how that ties in. That's just a part of your life. That's a main part. And I haven't really written many jokes about it yet. But it's something I'm going to tackle soon. I want to get my grounds first and do a couple more open mics and do a lot more writing and get some basics knowledge and skills down. Because I'm still just grasping for straws, flopping around. If you watch my set, it might not look like it, but I really have no idea what I'm doing right now. And I need to put in a lot of work. Ooh. So yeah, I guess I'm done talking about that, because that's big related to my life, and it's going to be big on my comedy. So, as I upload things, and as those come out, if you're watching the podcast, you should have that background, so I'm throwing that out there. And my set last week, guys, was pretty good. Or at least I feel it was good. I actually bombed. I bombed pretty hard. Hardly got laughs. Hardly anyone was paying attention. So what it was is I got to the show late because I was trying to hang with my buddy. I was like, fuck it, I was chilling. Last time I was frantic and writing my notes and trying to get it in and be ready. This time I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna like read my notes before and like scribble them and try to drill it in my head before. I'm just gonna chill out and watch the show and hang with my friend. And it was nice because it relaxed me and I felt a lot better going on stage. But I went on at the end of the show. I was like I was fifth to last. I was like 18 or 19 on the list. Last time I was 9. So I was like double the spot and the list was longer. And there was a kid who bombed really early this time. This place has some killers, dude. But this one kid from WPI came over and he had no idea what he was doing. He told this story about his selling his car on Craigslist, and there were literally no jokes in there. So everyone just like was talking and zoning out and just ordering drinks the whole time. And he really ruined the flow of the show. And then the host of the show, I like him a lot. He's cool, but he doesn't really like do the host thing. He's not like an MC. He does the hosting, but he's not like MCing, like, you know, fucking mixed master. Raising the roof. Like, after that guy bombed, he didn't really like get the momentum of the show rolling again. He kind of just maybe told a couple jokes. Didn't really address it. He should have been like, yikes, that was boring as shit, am I right? You know, you gotta kind of do that. I know it's gonna make them feel bad. You can talk to them after. Or once you let the next person on, just go talk to them and be like, yeah, you know I didn't mean that. It's all comedy, good humor, right? If they can't take it, then get the fuck out, right? It's comedy. This squirrel, dude, he's really peeping on me. Like in between these V trees, it's hilarious. Oh, now he's showing me his ass. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, I bombed hardly. So everyone was drunk and stuff, but it was a really good learning experience because I realized like no one's paying attention. I gotta do something. So I like woo right before I got up, and then when I got up, I was like, "What the fuck is up, Darko Saloon?" Just real stupid hype. Like I wasn't even drunk. I didn't have any drinks, but I was acting like it honestly because I was like, I need to just like hype or be loud because my initial reaction is to scream at them and shout, "Shut the fuck up!" But I'm not skilled enough to recover from that. I'm no like Bill Burr or nothing. I can't just tell them to shut the fuck. Even Bill wouldn't do that. Unless he was like already in the set or something. He wouldn't just get up there and start with shut the fuck up. You know? You have to have subtlety and nuance to your maneuvers. And I wasn't really subtle or nuanced, but what I did help. I had a lot of attention for the first half of the set. Um, and there were comics up at the front still paying attention and shit, right? And I got them with a couple jokes, so I definitely got to work out some ideas and stuff, right? I had some good jokes in there. I'm not gonna upload this one. I want to iron out some more shit. Maybe when I'm better I can upload like everything I do, but for now I definitely need to iron and work. The first one was just a good one to get out there. Mark of the day I technically started, and I don't know, just kind of be shameless, really. I like it. There's a lot wrong with it. Like when I watched that, I beat the shit out of myself because there's so much wrong. But at the same time, a lot of things like wrong are like the missed jokes aren't that bad because the missed jokes are helping build the tension and stuff, which I like. But just like the way I say things and the smaller things, and like maybe I could have slid this joke in, or my biggest concern was the pauses. Towards the end, I had to rush and I didn't let myself pause. And then towards the beginning, I kind of talked through one of the. Yeah, I just wasn't as good on the timing pauses. I can't try to explain it. I just rant. You just go over the moments over and over again in your head, and then it like sticks in, and then you got it. You know. At least that's how I do things. I'm like OCD like that, but not D. Like I was saying, I'm obsessive compulsive, but I don't have a disorder because it doesn't interfere with my life. I had a buddy from school that would like, he'd have to go and study and shit, but he'd just go up and down the stairs like literally 50 times because he had to walk up them right, or he couldn't be satisfied and he would never be able to focus or sit down or think or sleep or anything after that. So he just has to, like, he's got to go and he's got an exam coming, he's got to go study, and he just like has to spend like an hour and a half walking the stairs. I was like, okay. Like, I don't get why you do that fully. I would love to talk. So we're still tight. I need to ask him more about it. But I feel like I'm insulting when I ask because I just don't understand at all. it's so interesting to me and surprising, and I feel like I must sound like a dick when I ask. So that's something I try to work on. The fuck am I talking about? The set I bombed. Yeah, I bombed. It was a good experience. I felt good bombing. I'm glad I didn't drink before, because then I couldn't blame it on that. I did smoke, but I was waiting around for so long. I was essentially sober when I went out. I didn't eat. I wish I ate that day, because it took so long to get on stage. I was just like, oh, I'm so fucking hungry. I got off and my stomach really hurt from just sitting on the nerves all night. And then I had a drink after, which was a bad idea, because I should have gotten food first. But it wasn't bad. Later I got McDonald's, some garbage food. Does he have like a wart on this squirrel, or is that a nut tucked under his armpit? Can squirrels tuck nuts under their armpit? What the fuck is on that squirrel? Yo, homie. You good? He's just scurrying off. I think he's okay. A wee long. I kind of knowingly ran over today, because I had to make sure I got out the connections to last week, this week, and then talk about the set as well. Didn't really get any jokes off, but This week's podcast is brought to you by Shamalama Ding Dong, Bing Bang Boo, Vancouver. This podcast is also brought to you by Raw Rolling Papers. It's not. Just kidding. But I fucking love Raw Rolling Papers. Go buy that shit. Oh my god. The natural way to roll. If you haven't noticed, my fucking podcast background is based off of them. And I hope I did enough stuff to it so they can't sue me. I feel like the CEO guy that I used to follow him on Instagram. I took Instagram off my shit. He seems chill. He's always having a blast. I don't think he'd be upset about that. Unless I like blatantly ripped off the logo. Was making money off of it somehow. And then, I'm definitely not making any money. Maybe one day with ads or something. So that might be a concern. I'll have to reach out. God forbid I ever got popular. Because I'm fucking awful at this shit right now. I guess, I must admit, I'm pretty decent. Ooh, sorry for blowing on the mic. I'm, like, decent for starting out. I didn't have a bad first set by any means, but got a long ways to go, guys. Seriously. You should try comedy, too. I've been telling all my friends. Like, if you can fucking make people laugh, do it. Because it's or even if you don't want to do it, seriously, like, try it for fun. Because it's such an experience, man. Once you get a good laugh, like, something really, wow. It's like a drug. It clicks. And I've heard Joe Rogan talk about how it's like you start a trance with the audience. And you enter in it, and you're like, kind of like playing the flute, and they're the snake you charm. You know, it's really, that's a really good description of it, and I kind of felt that. Anyways, I'm still going on. We fucking over, guys. Hope you enjoy the extra length. The thermocell worked. I told you we'd check in. Still producing some vapor. I'm using an old pad. It's already been burnt for the 4 hours. It's still going. Thermocell worked. I fucking love this. Yo. Shout out to Thermocell. I'm pretending I'm sponsored apparently now. By all these things I like. Definitely not sponsored. This week's podcast is brought to you by the letter W for Wisconsin. Love Wisconsin. Love that shit. Alright, guys. Listen to your mom. Listen to your heart. Smoke weed every day. Peace. Almost finished. We did it. Finish the joint. Good job, guys. Good night.